Basically, I'm going to explain what is really going on, and this one's hard because it's completely different than anything you've thought. But this little example works. This is our universe. Dark matter. It's our big universe. Our universe exists in a light membrane. We are surrounded by light. In fact, if we flip it over and look at the foundation, light permeates our universe. It influences our universe. Does that not look like string theory right there? You can call it Higgs field, string theory, whatever. Doesn't matter. Bottom line is, our universe, where we live, our Earth is in here, we are surrounded by compassion because the light membrane is 100% compassion. Joy, harmony, peace. The opposite of the stupidity, dark explosions that happen in here. This light membrane is doing something very special to Earth. Basically, we got our light membrane, we got Earth. Earth exists in the dark membrane, so we are surrounded by darkness. We live in a dark universe, dark consciousness, dark awareness, dark reality, disorder. This is us. We have a fake sun over here that light created to shine a fake light on Earth so at least we could move around, walk and talk and breathe. In all this darkness, this disorder. What really is occurring is light consciousness, light thought, is transposing material thought, dark thought. It has formed what I call a light structure that permeates into Earth. It's invisible. Something that we're going to experience when we die, but right now it's invisible. Just like that piece of paper. It's penetrating our Earth, the whole universe, with light consciousness. What that light structure is doing, it is pulling Earth's consciousness up into the light membrane. There's more than 3 stages, but I'm just going to do 3 stages. Let's just keep it simple and linear. The first stage is very dark in the light structure. It's dark energy because light went into the human species, made a little human soul of light, but the light is highly compressed by material thought. Very dark energy. Terrorist bombers, leaders who've ruined whole nations. We all see it. We can see dark human energy, dark evil. We know it exists. Look at the insane stuff that's going on. That's dark energy, dark consciousness. But it needs to learn to be light. So when that consciousness dies, there's no hell, there's no fire and brimstone. It doesn't exist in the light fabric. Definitely doesn't exist in the higher echelons. So what happens is the light fabric, the light structure, creates an altered reality for dark souls to exist. It's a form of heaven, not a nice form because there's still a dark energy, but it's a holding pattern to keep teaching that consciousness that it wants to be light, that it wants to be love, it wants to be compassion, rather than the negative energy of destruction and decay and disorder. The next level up is us gray souls. What we are is we're just a little bit bigger human light source. We have less of the material thought. We live just above the dead dark souls. This is the core of human heaven, right here. Because most of our human species is about love. I mean, civilization is about love. Look at all the good things that we do. All that is because we have advanced into a gray area, gray zone of love. We understand light, we understand dark, and we're applying compassion. Our social systems are compassionate. This is why we have welfare, Social Security, because we want to take care of the poor and the old. This is why we do compassionate endeavors. That doesn't come from Earth or the darkness around Earth or the disorder. All our compassion comes through us gray souls. We are billions big. We are the biggest slice of heaven there is. Billions of us. We're all connected in this light structure. The next phase that we are moving into is even higher. Bigger human light souls with more intelligence, light intelligence, the tech age. We are just entering that age right now. These souls are going to bring us some wonderful technology to help all this lower consciousness. What is really happening on Earth, our universe, is we have a gigantic light energy field, light membrane, light consciousness, light thought, which happens to be a bunch of intelligent souls, light sources, not just one, billions of them, pulling us up to become them. That's what's really going on, is the light membrane is teaching lower consciousness how to be light, how to think with light, how to be compassionate, how to be love, so we can experience joy and harmony, to where our souls are meshing, because that's all they experience. They don't experience any of this garbage down here. That doesn't exist up there. What exists up there is the intelligence to create a light structure that penetrates Earth so it can teach us stupid people down here the value of light. Now, there is a human soul that tried to teach this 2,000 years ago. His name was Jesus, a brother of light. He was a meditator. He can meditate and access light. Now, if you were trying to teach this advanced principle to very primitive humans who really didn't understand science at all and, thought they were, the sun revolved around them and the earth was flat, how are you going to do that? Very difficult, because we still suffer that same problem today, don't we? Well, basically what Jesus did is the light membrane, he called it Father. Perfect. Humans can understand the family orientation, so he called it Father. The light structure, which is the light coming down, and our human souls, in fact all of them, dark, gray, and white. Our human souls are the fabric. It's a fabric and we are part of the fabric, so it's all one, really. Jesus called it the Holy Ghost. an invisible fabric that teaches, that connects us to Father Light. Perfect phrase for the humans at the time that hopefully they can understand. Now the confusion happens when he used the term sun, because Earth is the sun, humans are the sun of Father Light. Now what's the father and son relationship about? See, there's that family orientation again. That's why he called it the sun. It's always been about the Father teaching the Son, raising the Son to become better, to be like itself. It raises the Son. Well, that's what Father Light is doing to the Son. It's teaching us to be light. An exact replica of what happens to the human species on Earth. Intelligence, adolescence, childhood. We must learn to become Father Light. Now, what happened back 2,000 years ago is religion. The religious structure, the religious priests of the time. They weren't going to adopt this. No possible way. They needed their God figure so they could hold on to the Old Testament of God, hatred, judgment, judgment day, and hell. Here comes Jesus saying none of that is true. That's why he was trying to throw the Old Testament away. Let's do away with the old church, the Old Testament. Let's get rid of it because it's not accurate. It's not true. This is true. We got Father Light trying to take care of the Son. Now, what religion did is when Jesus said, me, all authority has been granted to me, Jesus meant me as human, as the human species, because the human species has complete authority over light. Whatever we need, light will provide us. That's our authority. That's what Jesus meant when he said, me. We're the Son. All authority has been granted to us because light will, whatever we need, light will provide. Well, we needed realms for the dark souls. The negative energy that doesn't want to move up the light structure. So light provided many heavens, realms for dark souls. We needed a gray area for us dark souls that evolved into a gray soul that has a better understanding of light. Our authority granted all these heavens for us. We need the technical age that's coming to change Earth. Light's already granted it. Our authority. That's our authority. We're the Son. We have authority. Whatever we want, need, it will provide. Ask and you shall receive. That's another principle Christ was trying to teach. So we are moving into the tech age. The other sad part about what happened to Jesus was he was a man who meditated. You know, he did all the mythology of three-day resurrection, taking one fish, turning into 1,000, can heal the blind, walking on water. That is all mythology that the church already had from prior gods, going way back in centuries, that they applied to Jesus. That's how they made him God. Me, all authority has been granted to me. That's not what he meant, but they used it to turn him into a god. all that magical fairy tale stuff of a human being doing that is simply not true. Jesus was a brother of light who accessed light that was trying to teach this structure. The church at the time had no way of evolving into this structure. They wanted to hold on to their singular God, their control of the population, their judgment, their sin, their guilt, and sit there and dictate to humans, yeah, you better do exactly what I preach or you're going to hell. It was control, manipulation, lies. Humans still do it today. None of it is true. It's all fake stuff that comes from disorder. Our stupid little molecules working here on Earth. How dynamic is that? Look at that. Is that not intelligent? Is that not beautiful? To know that Earth is surrounded by compassion this much, to where it'll do anything for us, and it won't let us die a miserable death because it will keep evolving us. Tell me that's not beautiful. Sorry.